kinds of harm, not to mention slowing down any physical progress, such as losing fat, building muscle, etc. Remember the famous quote, "You are what you eat"? You can probably extend this to, "You are also what your food eats." 4. Eat the right meat and get more vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is a water-soluble vitamin that keeps your nerves and blood cells healthy. It is responsible for the smooth functioning of several critical body processes. It is pretty easy to develop a vitamin B12 deficiency, the first symptom normally being chronic fatigue. Strict vegetarians or vegans, heavy drinkers, and smokers are usually most susceptible to vitamin B12 deficiency. B12 is found only in animal products, yet even lactovo-vegetarians, those who drink milk and eat eggs, may miss out on it. Sometimes what matters the most isn't whether a nutrient is found within a food, but whether the body can actually absorb it and use it properly. According to the report in the Journal of Experimental Biology in Medicine, the bioavailability, how much you absorb, of vitamin B12 from eggs is less than 9%, which means that from all the B12 found in eggs, the body absorbs only 9%. Compare this to red meat, for example, which has a bioavailability as high as 77%. That's not to say that eggs are not incredibly nutritious, because they are, the yolks in particular, but B12 isn't their strong suit. If you are a vegetarian, vegan, smoker, or drinker, you should seriously consider adding B12 to your supplement regimen. Personally, I use vitamin B12 spray every single day for the regulation of my nervous system, which can also reduce stress, worry, and anxiety. However, there are numerous other benefits to adding B12 to your supplement regimen if you are not consuming it from food. Point 1. It is required to convert carbohydrates into glucose in the body, thus leading to energy production and a decrease in fatigue and lethargy in the body. Basically, it massively reduces your risk of chronic fatigue. Point 2. It helps maintain a healthy digestive system. Remember, it's more about what you absorb than what you eat. Point 3. It is essential for healthy skin, hair, and nails, and can help in cell reproduction and constant renewal of the skin. Makes sense, as B12 is so necessary that our bodies have evolved the capacity to store it for survival in times of scarcity. However, there's a downside to being able to store and recycle it. The symptoms of long-term inadequate intake can take years to show themselves. Long-term deficiency puts you at a risk of nerve degeneration, mental disturbance, and depression, amongst a host of other problems. Once these symptoms manifest, it's nearly impossible to fully recover. The take-home message is to make sure that you get enough vitamin B12 from your meat, or consider adding it to your supplement regimen. Personally, I only eat red meat once or twice a week, so I hedge my bets and supplement with it. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. By Ben Franklin. 5. How to choose your eggs. The old adage, "You are what you eat," certainly holds true when considering the nutritional value of eggs. For chicken to be classified as free range, it must have been granted access to the outdoors during the raising process. Hens that have access to better pasture have better eggs than birds kept in cages. Free-range hens eat a healthy, natural diet that then manifests into healthier and more nutritious eggs. Alongside having more vitamin A and vitamin E, the main benefit of free-range eggs is their omega-3 fatty acid value. As mentioned in the fats section of the book, omega-3s are an essential fatty acid because the body can't manufacture it on its own, and you must consume it from food. According to Barb Gorski from Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education, free-range hens normally produce 4 times the omega-3s as their caged sisters. The egg yolk, which has most of the nutritional value, is the best indicator of egg quality. A darker yolk, normally dark orange, is an indication of a chicken fed with nutritious and balanced diet rich in omega-3, while a bright yellow yolk is normally the result of caged, poorly fed chickens. Free-range organic chicken farmers must feed their chickens lots of fresh greens including kale, collard, and broccoli to produce the dark orange yolk, which has been proven to not only taste richer but also being richer in nutrients and vitamins. The take-home message is to always buy free-range organic eggs, which are slightly more expensive, but pack a much higher nutritional punch and can actually help you get leaner, faster, due to their higher omega-3 levels. What are the best sources of protein? Personally, I prefer meat and fish sources, as they already have all the essential amino acids that your body requires, but even if you don't eat meat, you can get all your essential amino acids by combining the right foods. It just means you have to get a bit more experimental with your recipes. I'll list my favorites below. Personally, I try and source all my meat and fish from local butchers and fishmongers, as they can tell me if they have used any antibiotics, hormones, or additives. However, most supermarkets also have organic, free-range or grass-fed sections. Again, they may cost a little bit more, but not in all cases. My local butcher is actually cheaper than most supermarkets, so shop around and find what works the best for you. Some foods such as beef and salmon also have a high fat content, but are primarily protein foods, which is why I have included them in this list. Chicken, free range if possible; turkey, free range if possible; free range eggs, beef or lamb; grass-fed if possible; rice protein powder, whey protein powder; wild fish, salmon, cod, mackerel, etc. Now, second macronutrient is fat. Thankfully, over the past 2 decades, we have begun to move away from the fat is bad for you or fat will make you fat mindset, which has negatively affected so many people's lives, energy levels, and certain types of fats such as conjugated linoleic acid, CLA. Found in grass-fed cows and pasteurized butter can actually help your body burn fat for steady energy. Fat is the most concentrated. It can give you steady energy throughout the day and keep your blood sugar levels stable. To absorb certain vitamins, vitamins A, D, E, K, carotenoids are all fat-soluble, i.e. you need to consume them with fat for their absorption, protection. Actual body fat can provide cushioning for the organs. Eating the right kind of fat is absolutely vital for optimal health. Dietary fats for repair and growth. Fatty acids have a profound effect on muscle gain, fat loss, and membranes. It is also the precursor for all natural steroid hormones and some neurotransmitters. A precursor is a substance from which another substance is formed. Similar to putting all the ingredients for a cake into the oven in order to make the actual cake. Define fat. When we talk about fat, that's generally what we call it. We do this